And welcome back to the final segment of the show. We're now joined by a man who went from being an electrical engineer to now flourishing as Mzansi's own David Blaine. Yes, he's a great pretender and likes to call himself the 007 of magic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk, Mo Magic.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you, Anele.
Electrical engineering.
Electronic.
Electronic
Yeah.
engineering. That's computers.
Yes.
And you were good at it.
I qualified as an electronic engineer.
Yeah.
I worked in industry for 6.5 years and rose to the position of project manager and customer manager, one of the youngest in the company.
So then, what's this like thing in you that's tickling you saying, this is not you, this is not you?
Well, our guest earlier spoke about purpose and passion.
Yeah.
And throughout my life, I was trying to find myself. Growing up, my family experienced tragedy. My father passed away at the age when I was 3.
Oh, wow.
My younger sister was 2. So my mom was a single mom who raised 3 kids on her own, and she put them through to university. And when I was growing up, I didn't really know who I was. I thought I had to be a certain way. So as I grew up, I had this inner quest to uncover who I really was. And for me, one of the biggest things in my life is to be authentic. And somebody asked me recently, they said, if you had to look back on your life, what's the one thing you'd want for yourself? And the Shakespeare quote of, "This above all else, to thine own self be true." I want to look back and say, I was true to myself. So basically, I loved science, I loved technology growing up. I was the kid who would break open the telephone.
Just to see what's happening inside there,
and then put it together and go, but there's some screws left over, you know. I was fascinated by science and technology.
Yeah.
And I studied electronic engineering.
Because of that.
Yeah, because of that. That took me there. And again, I did the aptitude test, and test said wonderful. But Anele, I was a third-year student, and there were things about engineering I loved.
Yeah.
But inside, I felt that there was something missing.
Did you always know that, because being a magician, there's like a lot of performance to it. And
Yeah.
I read that you said, you know, the point of magic is to delight and entertain.
Exactly.
Is that what you always wanted to do, to be entertaining people?
No, that wasn't. But as I grew older in high school, I was writing scripts for monologues, acting in plays, and I was a big talker. So I was the kid in class who spoke so much that the Afrikaans teacher said, "You will be reading."
Oh yes, yeah.
You know, to
as
keep me quiet,
punishment.
as punishment.
Yeah.
And that actually helped me because it gave me, you know, I had at the highest grade, highest score in Afrikaans in the entire school. But there I was, a third-year student,
Yeah.
and I said, I have something missing. So as a 21-year-old student, I started attending personal development classes on the weekend.
That's quite a big leap for somebody who's 21.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I'm so thankful for that, because there I learned one of the biggest lessons I've ever learned in my life. And it's this, that we as humans have this amazing power to choose consciously the quality of lives we want for ourselves. And when I had that realization, I made an intention with an open heart. I literally spoke to the universe and I said, I'm ready. Please show me my passion. And Anele, you will never believe what happened. Within a few weeks, I was sitting with my best friend. We were working on our electronic design project. And he said, Mo, let's take a break. Put the TV on, I'll put the kettle on. I put the telly on, and I saw a repeat of David Blaine, Street Magic.
Yeah.
Now, I had seen the same show 3 years prior and had dismissed it as mere camera tricks. But that night, Anele, and as I tell you this, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Every time I tell the story, I get goosebumps. Because that night, something inside of me shifted. I knew there and then that this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to astonish and entertain people through the art of magic.
So what do you do then? Do you go to magic school? Is there magic school?
You know, I've got an elder brother who had kiddies' magic books. So when I was growing up, he's 9 years my senior, so
Yeah.
he would do magic for us. And I remember growing up through school, I only learned one card trick, but I'd never found an interest.
Yeah.
And that night, I went home and I phoned him and I said, please, I'm coming over to your place this weekend, take out those books. I went through them and I was like, oh, those are cool, nice, but I want to be like David Blaine. I want to do world-class magic. I want to, you know, make people feel good. And I went to the public libraries, I searched the internet, and there's a Zen proverb that says, when the student is ready,
The lesson will the teacher will appear.
The master will appear. And that night, that was it for me. And it's been an amazing journey. Obviously, Luyanda spoke earlier about, and also Taff spoke about, you know, when you leave a career, when you move from one to the other, you can't just you can't just go all in.
Yeah.
Now, for me,
test it out.
Exactly. I mean, at 21, I discovered magic, and I knew that I wanted to do magic, but I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the experience. And if you think about it, let's think about it honestly, you wouldn't think that one could have a lucrative career as a magician, especially in South Africa.
No.
And when I started,
unless kiddies parties are on the rise.
Exactly. And when I started, people looked at me and they were like dismissive, like, what are you doing? What are you're wasting time? But, and I think Toy said this earlier, when you've got something that you're passionate about, you keep it close. You trust the close people around you. And I had a vision for myself, but I had no idea that it would bring me to this place, that 7 years as a full-time magician now. Primetime TV show, traveling the world. In January, I mean, I saw some posts of you at, you were in LA at Universal.
Yes.
I had the opportunity to go to Vegas in January. I met with David Copperfield, some of the other guys, went to Universal, experienced that. And if it wasn't for magic, the art of magic, as I wouldn't have had that opportunity. This is...
Why do you have cards here? What's going on?
Okay, good. Well, I wanted to spread some joy and delight for you.
Okay.
But first things first, right? I'd like to do some magic with you.
Must I put this down?
Yes. Okay. I've got some money of my own, but do you have any notes that we could use?
Yeah, I think I had like 20 rand.
Oh, I like...
Yeah, 50 rand.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, okay, do I just give it to you?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You're going to give it back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, just checking.
All right, so it's joy and delight.
Yeah.
Right? Now imagine, one of the things about magic is that you can create the impossible. Right? So watch this. We're going to do a little bit of origami here first.
Origami sounds like a spice, but carry on.
Yeah. It's the Japanese art of paper folding. So watch carefully. All I do is I take your 50 at my fingertips.
Yes.
And I fold it.
Yeah.
Now that's not so impressive just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the note will never leave my fingertips. Watch this. If I just fold and blow on it, you see it start to change color, right?
200 rands. It's perfect.
That look on your face is priceless.
It's the best investment plan I've ever been part of.
There you go. Have a look at that. Check it out. Now, seeing as though, I think, I've got it here. Seeing as though you and I both went to Universal.
Yeah.
Did you go on the Harry Potter rides?
Yes, I did. That was amazing.
You like that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you know, like when you go there, our money's not that much.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I brought some dollars here. Right? I had some change when I came back.
Donald Trump.
Yeah. So that's 10, 20, 30, $40.
Yeah.
Now, some of your viewers may not have seen dollars, so have a look at this.
This is an American dollar.
Yeah.
Okay, I suspect that's George Washington, but who knows?
Yeah, there you go. That's a 10, right? Now watch this. Let's be honest. Aside from giving these away, because you scored there, you know, big time there, yeah? If I could do absolutely anything with these 10s, besides giving them away, what would really impress you? Be honest.
If you can make them fly.
Make them fly?
Yeah.
Okay. You've heard the
but
phrase...
not hip-hop fly, just fly.
Okay. You've heard the phrase in the movies, show us the Benjamins.
Yes.
So watch the 10s. Watch the 10s change.
To hundreds.
To $100 bills. Usually people applaud, but I guess stunned silence is equally acceptable.
No, man. This was a $10 just now.
Yeah.
Empty out your pockets. What's going on
there
here?
You go. High five. That's why I did this at my fingertips so you could see it. And I clearly showed you both sides. Would you like to see some more?
Yes, please. We've got 2 minutes, so let's roll with it.
We've got 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this.
Guy. Yeah?
Okay.
Clap your hands. That's a Rubik's Cube.
The Rubik's Cube.
It was invented on my birthday, by the way.
1981?
Yes, 19th of May. Yes.
19th of May, okay. Now this is the Rubik's Cube, the object of which is to move the pieces so that by the very end, each side has a single yet different color.
Yeah.
Now, how long would it take you to solve it?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty there.
Yeah.
Now let's think about this. Now as an engineer, I could take the mixed cube, give it a few twists and try to solve it.
Yeah.
But that would take too long. But
yes,
with magic...
We've only got 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, but with magic, watch the mixed cube instantaneously solve itself. High five.
Oh, you're not gonna give it to me. The way I was just gonna touch it.
You want
like,
to touch
now,
it there?
You're not...
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously people, when we live in an age where there's camera phones and there's YouTube, so obviously people try catch you out. Like for me, I like magic, so I don't care to see how you did it. I
Yeah.
just like the fact that you did it. How do you counter that when people are wanting to catch more magic out?
Well, my approach with magic is to spread joy and delight.
Yeah.
I in no means
Yep.
try and make you look silly or make you look stupid or challenge you. So my personal style and demeanor is to romance and charm you.
Yeah.
So out the gates, I tell you, I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
I've studied this. Let's go on a journey together. Let's have some fun. And if they want to join me, that's really great. If they don't, that's their prerogative, and I'm fine. I've got a healthy sense of self-regard, so I don't feel like I need to be on all the time, or you have to believe what I'm doing.
Okay, so if you're not convinced, it's fine. Let me just
To each
let me
their own.
concentrate my energies on somebody that is
Exactly.
convinced by it. You look very happy.
I am.
Okay, and that's the point of career change, I think, like for you to find your purpose and then be happy in it.
Yes, and I'm very thankful because I started this as a hobby,
Yeah.
and it now takes really good care of me. And you really can live the life of your dreams. There's something I tell people: do the best you can with what you have, where you are, and trust the universe to handle the rest.
And on that note, we will leave it right there. Thanks so much to all my guests, Toy Ube, Jackie Jennings, Luyanda Madonia, Tavatso Madava, as well as Mo Magic, for coming through to have this real talk as well as giving us their real testimonies to show that if you can dream it, you can really achieve it, despite the odds, even your age. For myself and the team here at Real Talk, good night. We'll check you out tomorrow at 5 p.m. on SABC3. I'm keeping this right.